Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy. Today we are going to do a planner setup video for June. This one is for my daily grind planner, and we are going to set up the entire thing for the month. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to take you through how I choose my top 10 goals, how I lay them all out in here and make it easy to have it all set up and ready to go in one session. And then if I choose to decorate anything, that's a bonus on top of everything, but at least in one session, I'll have all my goals and all my dates in here ready to go. So first of all, in order to do this, you'll need a few things. Obviously, you'll need your daily grind planner. If you don't have a daily grind planner, you can do this on pieces of paper if you're trying to goal set. Like, that works perfectly fine too. But if you want to use the daily grind planner, you can always use code AmyPlansThings to save 10%. The other things you're going to need are some date stickers. I created these ones to fit perfectly in the boxes here. So those are available on my website, amyplansthings.com. I just have a few available because I printed them out for the entire year. They have boxes that are perfectly sized to fit, as well as some of my hand-drawn stickers each month to kind of fill the gaps, to make 5 sticker sheets per month so you have everything ready to go. The other thing you'll need is, let me show you an example. This is the planner that I've been using this month, and in it, I have printed out my goals for the month. So if you want to do that, you can grab my free printable. It is a Canva template, and it is down below. If you sign up for my daily grind email list, you'll receive it. And I'm gonna walk you through how I set everything up on the computer and print it all out in case you want that walkthrough. So this is gonna be a kind of big video going over all the things. We won't be decorating today because we have so much just planner setup to do. So first, I'm just gonna show you how I set up, all these pages, and then I will go to goal setting. So I won't show you every little part of sticking down every sticker because that might take a little while. So I'll pause here and there and finish everything off camera. Tweezers might be helpful with the little stickers. You don't need my stickers for this. You could use a date sticker book or numbers from something like there. You can get number stickers at the Dollar Tree, at Michael's, all sorts of various places. But these ones are set up to help fit in here, and then you have all your date stickers. So I will finish that in a moment off camera, but I just want to show you how these fit. Let's turn the page. You have 2 stickers for each week because you have this week ahead page where you're kind of looking at your full breakdown of the week. And then at the end of the week, you have a week in review. So I have 2 week stickers here. All right, so then we'll come back to here and get started with Monday, June 2nd, since Monday is the start of the week. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put the date stickers down for the first week, and then we will go ahead and set up my goals. So I've been using Daily Grind Planner for over a year and a half now, and I've gone through various ways of using it. But right now, what I've been doing is using this sized planner, the full-sized, to do like home and life goals. So that would include self-care and working out and home upkeep and things with the family. And then I've been using the travel-sized planner. I've been testing it out for about a month for all my work stuff. So I've been separating out my goals and keeping work stuff out of this. I'm not sure how I feel about the travel size planner for work, just because it is rather skinny and I'm finding I need some other pages that aren't in it. And they have tons of dot grid and lined paper inserts and all those things. So I can create what I want. But also I might just like having it kind of as a notes or something like that. on a large piece of paper. I don't know. But you can see how all this fits. That's great. We've got that set up. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up and then show you goal setting. All right, I went ahead and put all the stickers in so that I have all the dates done. I'm putting a few of these stickers on this page. I know we're not really decorating today, but I wanted to use these. So I'm going to go ahead and stick them in here just to quickly decorate, because you guys know me, I love having decorations all over all my pages. So this is a quick and easy way to do that without taking up too much of the functional space. I'm going to put this one like that and trim it, and then we can go ahead and put the rest of it just up there with that. All right, beach chair, does it fit? Because that is the last of the decorative stickers on this little pack. Yeah, we can just put it right there. Okay, so we're not really going to decorate anything else today. You guys know I love my highlighters, I love my stickers, I love my washi tapes, and I decorate on a day-to-day basis. Some days I don't decorate, some days I do. But here is how I goal plan for the month. Okay, so this is my little notebook with all sorts of extra stuff in here. We're just going to use a dot grid page and use it kind of as scratch paper, and I'll show you how I go about this. Okay, so let's find a pen that I can write with. Where have all my pens gone? Okay, here's one. It's not a favorite, but it'll do. I think it's brown ink. That's so weird. Brown ink. Okay, anyways, we're going to use it. Okay, so what I do is just write down like brain dump or something in the middle. And as I said, I don't use this for work anymore. I use it just for like life outside of work. I'm finding some balance, so I'm separating some things out. Let's see. So we'll have categories around the page: physical health, mental health, family, home, social. You can come up with whatever categories are kind of important to you, and you're gonna kind of make this little grid spider web thing and just start writing down everything that you can think of in all these categories. So for mental health, I might do like meditate or read. Self-care is also a good one that kind of encompasses a lot of the areas. So reading could be over here as well. Let's see. Skincare is somewhere in all of this. Physical health would be working out, hydrate, eat well. Mental health, it could be if you want to go to therapy, I'm just writing down all sorts of ideas. If you want to journal. These are not goals. These are just things you'd like to focus on, and then we'll think about the goal setting in a minute. Okay, family could be time with my kids where I'm really present. It could be family adventures. It could be sitting down to dinner together. Whatever you feel like you might want to focus on, just write everything down. Home, declutter, organize, keep home clean. Could be some new furniture and reorganizing. For social, it could be one time per week, see friends. Keep in touch better. It could be something new you want to try if you're trying to get out there more. So like it could be join a pottery class, go to a dance class, you know, things like that. For self-care, besides reading, I love crafty time. I love the skincare, spa nights, and so on. Okay, so just write down everything you can think of, right? And then you can grab yourself a little highlighter or whatever you want. I dropped it immediately, of course. Does this smear? Probably. Oh, it doesn't smear. Well, I don't like the brown ink, but it doesn't smear. Okay, so then I want you to, well, I don't want you to. If you want to follow along, go ahead and think about the things that pop out on the page the most for you. So like for me, we've been so busy, we don't always sit down to dinner together. So I want to make a habit of doing that more. I want to make that a goal of increasing the amount of days that we sit down to dinner together. We also are talking about some new furniture to update the house a little bit with, fill some areas that we feel like could be worked on. So that is going to be something that maybe I'll focus on in June. Like I know we need some new couch cushions for the outside chairs. We're talking about a nice chair in the bedroom so I can sit and read, you know, things like that. So that's something that I'd like to do. I know I always want to work on keeping the home clean because with kids, things get crazy. So we've got that. Social, I always like to choose at least one thing from each category that I've come up with, just so that I'm focusing on a whole picture of our life rather than just like one thing. So that'll be my social one. Self-care, I really have been into reading lately, so making good time for that would be really nice. I've been focusing on skincare as a goal for a while, and I feel like it's gotten to a point where I'm really doing it. I don't know that it needs to be a goal anymore. Whereas water intake, I tend to drink a lot of coffee and less water, so hydration is a great goal. Let's see, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We only have 6, so we can work on more. Journaling, I've been doing a lot of like every 3 or 4 days writing in my journal. I'd love to get to that again where like the skincare is now like a really big part of my day and I do it without thought. Journaling, I'd love to be doing that every morning or every night and just make it a thing. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just want to focus on those as well. So that's 8 and 9. And then with the summer, getting into some family adventures might be nice. Okay, so I've selected my top 10 categories, right? So now you could use another piece of paper. I'm just gonna write it onto the back so I can see them and then come up with my top 10 goals. Journal, eat well, hydrate, work out, keep in touch and read, keep home clean, new furniture. And not all of these are goals that I'll work on every single day, but I'll be focused on them throughout the month. Like, we're not going to go for a family adventure every single day. Sitting down to dinner. Okay, now that you have your top 10 sections, you can come up with a meaningful goal that you can kind of track or come up with tasks for. The idea is that this is your goal that's overarching for the month, and then this is your little micro movement that you use to further this goal, get closer to the end result. So let's do what the the easier ones first. So some of them would be, like this one will be update home with new furniture. And then plan out for family adventures. These could be little overnight trips, a road trip. It could be a one day, like getting out and taking a ferry and going to one of the islands around. I live in Seattle. We've got islands. Wherever you live, there's something. Not necessarily a ferry, but thinking about all the little things that we could do and planning out for family adventures for the summer, including June, but throughout the whole summer. Sitting down for dinner, right now, we really only sit down for dinner maybe 2 to 3 times a week with the whole family. So maybe eat together 5 times per week. And that's more of a habit type thing, but it is good if you're trying to work on something to include it here. Or create habit trackers. I find that it's a little too much to have all the different things, so I put it here and it's helpful, but figure out how it works best for you. Let's see, keep in touch, reach out and schedule gatherings. We do a lot of game nights. We like to grill. We love to set up the splash pad in the summer and have play dates. So just making sure that we're doing a bunch of stuff throughout the summer and keeping up with our friends. Okay, read. For reading, instead of an amount of time to read each day, let's set read 4 books over the month. That's a way to make it more of a goal rather than a habit. Keep home clean. What we're really struggling with is clutter in the house, just with kids and toys and kitchen and stuff like that. So I think this one's going to be more of a habit. Tidy up main floor. I mean, that's where we spend most of the time and where most of the problem is. So maybe it's like a tidying 10 minutes a day, the stuff that is not like the everyday stuff. So obviously we do the dishes every day, you know, those things, but doing stuff that maybe isn't totally 100% necessary for that moment, just doing a little bit every day. Okay, working out, create a routine and habit of working out. I'm really doing it sporadically right now. I walk all the time, but I'd like to be more dedicated to an actual like strength workout and stuff like that. So we'll do that. For hydrate, it's always drink 80 ounces of water a day. And I do like little check boxes for that. So this one is more of a habit, but I need it there. Swap 1 unhealthy food for a veggie snack. Or, so that's more of like, that would probably be more like the task for the day. So, this one for the goal would to be find a balance of healthy food, something like that. I tend to go for the crunchy foods for snacks, and I need to like the chips and things like that, and I need to just focus a little bit more on the snacking. Okay, so I need to focus more on the snacking. We're talking through all this. Create a healthy snack routine, something like that, something where it's like I'm creating the box or the outline of how I snack, and I'm changing it from crunchy and carby to something that's got protein and veggies or fruit and things like that, making it just a little bit more healthy, but creating that routine so that it's something that I stick with. Okay. Journaling, increase the number of days that I journal each month. Because right now I tend to write it all out for 3 or 4 days at once instead of focusing day by day. Okay, so that's what I do. Then you can go ahead and write your goals in here and write them out every single day, or you can use my Canva template and write it out in there, type it out, and then print it so you can just stick it down every single day. So let's go ahead and get into the template. All right, so we are in the Canva document right now. Just so you know, you do need a Canva account to access this. Do not get the paid one. I have the pro account so that I can give you this template, but you do not need a pro account in order to use the template. So in order to use this right now, you can see I can't do anything in it. You won't be able to edit it. You need to go to File and make a copy so you can edit. So I'm just going to show you all the things. So in here, when you click on File, in this upper left corner, there's a Make a Copy button. So make that copy. It'll open up in a new window, and then you'll be able to use it. So here, you see that you can type in to all these goals. Let's zoom in a little. If you click over here, you'll see all of this is locked. All these little boxes are locked, so you can't move them. They are spaced correctly for when you print this. So all you need to do is type in your goals here. So I'm gonna type easy ways to like understand my goals on this because I'm not going to be able to write, 7 words in each box. So increase journaling, swap unhealthy foods. Can I type? And if you get too much on here and you need to make it smaller, right here is the font size. So you can go ahead and bring that down. So then, let's see, drink, I can't type, you guys. Drink 80 ounces water. Next goal, workout routine. Click on goal 5 and replace that. Let's see, reach out and schedule gatherings. Keep it, I guess, make time for friends. Just trying to get something simple to write here. But I know my full goal, and I can make a page to put in my planner to see the full goal. Okay, read 4 books. Tidy main floor. Home improvements for the furniture. 4 family adventures. So tasks in that one would be like planning the adventures and vacations, going on them, all sorts of things. Goal 10, eat together 5 times per week. Okay, that fits. All right, so then all you have to do, because these are locked, you have to just click and drag outside of the boxes to cover up all of them. And then you can use Control-C, and then Control-V will copy it. You just need to pull the whole thing over and put it there. I'm going to do that 3 times to get all of them on this upper line. And then I'm going to pull and drag again to get all of them and go ahead and pull them down here. Now I have my whole document ready to go. So what you need to do at this point in order to print is there's this little share button up here in the upper right. You're going to click that and you're going to download it. I would download it as a PDF because it'll print out at the correct size so that it prints and you can just cut it and put it into your planner. So now it's popped up with this and we're going to go ahead and click the print button. I personally use label paper for this. You could use paper and then glue it in or tape it in, whatever you need to do, but I do it with sticker paper, label paper, because it's easier. I'll link what I use down below. Everything's always down there, my favorite tools and stuff like that, supplies, so you can go check that all out. But I'm gonna print 4 copies of this because there's 8 per page. So we're gonna do that, print that out on my printer, and then come back and I'll show you how easy it is to stick into your planner. All right, so I've got a few of these printed out, so I'll go ahead and show you how I do it. Once you have this printed out, you don't need to cut out every little box. All you have to do is either use scissors or some kind of craft knife and cut in between where you want each sticker to be. So we make large boxes of the 10 goals for the stickers, so it's really easy. It does not fit on this one, but it will fit on all the daily pages. And my printer is printing out the last of the items, so you'll probably hear that in the background a little bit. But you could use a cutting mat behind this if you want to be extra safe, but with the backing of the sticker paper, I find I don't often cut through it. It takes a little practice though. So we'll start here. And find where I can get started pulling it up. I may not have cut through this hard enough. Here I go. So here is one of them. And we just put it down. Even though I didn't cut exactly straight lines, it blends in and you see it completely covers over that. All right, I will say that right after printing this, most people are gonna have an inkjet printer. So I printed it on my inkjet today. I will not, I tore off the sticker part right there. I'll tape that down. I will not use highlighter over this until it's had some time to dry. And I'm talking about like a day, a full 24-hour period to let it dry. I find there's less bleeding of the ink on this if I try to highlight later rather than right away. If you have a laser printer, that is the better way to print this because it will not smear when you use highlighter even right away. But so all I do is I sit down at one time and put all these out. It'll take about 5 minutes to, I messed that up right there. Oh well, I'll cover that with a sticker later. It'll take about 5 minutes to lay all these down. And then you have all your goals written out for the whole month. I know there's something to be said for writing out your goals and every single day to kind of remind you of them. But I just find that that is one extra step that it makes it way easier to not have to do that every single day. So up to you how you want to do it, but I find it is a time saver for me. And it makes me more likely to actually work on the goals if I can save a little time each morning or each night, depending on when I'm filling it out. Anyways, I am not going to show you me putting down every single day in here, but you can see how it works. And now I've got my entire planner set up, ready to go, ready to fill out. As I said, if I want to spend 5 minutes in the morning decorating it, putting highlighter or stickers on it, I can. Some days I do that. Other days, I just use it and use pen and get it done quick. All right, anyways, that's how I've set up my planner for the month. Thanks so much for watching. Everything's listed down below. if you want to grab something. And don't forget code Amy Plans Things if you choose to shop at Daily Grind Planner. All right, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys all next time. Bye. Bye.